Hey everyone, Commander Josh Hawkins here, and welcome back to For the Joy of Exploration. I got it right this time. I wanted to say for the joy of live streaming, but I actually told myself it's not the joy of live streaming, it's the joy of exploration. So, good to see you guys all here. Wow, it's a special day today, and I got to do my best not to talk about politics while we're while we're exploring the galaxy. But man, I got to tell you, that's pretty much all I got on my brain all day. So, got to get myself out of that mindset, put myself into a completely different mindset where I can actually stop thinking about it, start enjoying a little bit of Elite Dangerous, and hang out with you guys and chat about something other than the fact that Donald Trump just took the presidency. Hey guys, Ravenwood, Great Test, Zonar, Cookie, Surat, Rick Wellen, Downtown 6, Joshua Reskoff, Elro, Jersey, Andy K, Helitoni, B and Hutch, Danamaster. How's it going, guys? Please, no, I'm in America. I don't want to think about it. Yeah, no, I hear you. Believe me, I don't want to think about it either. And I'm not even in America, but I was up till 3 o'clock in the morning watching it. So I'm like exhausted and mentally exhausted and all kinds of other stuff. Got to give me 1 second. I'm having a little bit of trouble with my mouse here. I forgot to turn something off. My mouse is kind of moving on the screen, so I got to fix that before I can actually do anything. But I gotta get out of Elite to do that. Bear with me for a sec here, guys. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see if I can make this work. Desktop. I got this weird problem. I don't know, maybe one of you guys knows how to fix this. So I have a Cytec X52 Pro, and when my Cytec is plugged in, if you know the X52, it's got tons of buttons, it's got tons of little dongles and switches and sliders and all kinds of stuff, but on the throttle there's a little thumbstick. It's like a little mouse thumbstick. And aside from the fact that it's completely useless because it doesn't even calibrate properly, it only moves in certain quadrants, it doesn't even have a full range of motion like it's supposed to. Aside from the fact that it's completely useless, when I boot my computer up with the Cytec on, what happens is it somehow, that little mouse knob on my Cytec overrides my actual computer mouse. And so my mouse starts moving all over the screen, and then before I could do anything after I turn my computer on, I have to like fiddle with the throttle and like hold the little mouse thing in a certain position just to get it to stop moving so that I can go to my joystick properties, and the only way to stop it is to go to my game controller settings and open the properties for the X52 Pro controller. As soon as the properties are open, I have full control over my mouse again. And as long as I leave it open, I keep full control of my mouse. If I close that window, the joystick takes over and my mouse goes crazy all over the place. It's ridiculous. Like it doesn't even make sense. Oh, SB Gamer, join the Hawk Vlog. Thanks for subbing, man. I haven't even live streamed yet. Thanks. So yeah, I mean, it's annoying. It's a real pain in the butt, and I've been dealing with it for a long time, pretty much ever since I've got this joystick. But I love the joystick so much that I just kind of like suck it up and deal with it. What can you do, right? Oh well. Anyhow, if someone knows how to fix that, please tell me in the chat, because it's annoying, and I'd like to have like proper control on my mouse. I'm gonna scroll up and see what people are saying about that, because I'm hoping that someone please has an answer to that question. And I'm hoping that it's an easy answer. Let's see. Scrolling up. Safe in the UK for now. Yeah, for now, until more Trumps rise up all around the world. Remember when in the cockpit, that was all over 1,000 years ago. Surat, you are so true. I just had like this weird nightmare where I went back in time to the year 2016 when Donald Trump got voted in. And it was so weird. It was like I was there watching the election. Blow my mind. Moving to Canada, yeah, I heard that the the Canadian immigration website was crashed last night during the elections. So that's awesome. We got lots of space, but there's a few things that you should know. I read this in an article today. A few things that you should know. First of all, we call it iced tea, not sweet tea. It's a toque, not whatever you guys call it. That's called a toque that we wear on our head. Days are only about 7 hours long. That's about as much sunlight as we get. It's like 18 hours of darkness in the wintertime, so you kind of have to deal with that. Plus the winter, you will have to deal with winter, depending on what side of the country you live on. If you live on the West Coast, then winter's not so bad. And poutine is awesome, so you can definitely have that. Oh, here's that guy. This guy said that I rejected his friend request. I never reject anyone's friend request. Here you go. Dow Jones. Apparently you're down right now. General Ghost. Oh, see, it just did something weird. I just lost one of my friend requests. That's probably how I lost the other guy's friend request, too. Even though it says I accepted it. I didn't even click the button. All right. Well, whatever. Let's see what else is in the chat here. Ancient runes equals walls. Yeah, that could have been the United States. That could have been the wall that Trump built 1,000 years ago. Is it okay if I broadcast your transmission over my Beluga's entertainment systems? I have about 50 passengers who are fans of more. Absolutely. Please, by all means, I will entertain your fans. If there's anything in particular you want me to talk about, I'm more than happy to, give you guys a little history of Earth in the year 2016. We could talk about ancient history. That's cool. Hello, Peter Belinsky. Hey, Peter. Thank you so much, by the way. I think you know what I'm talking about. Very much appreciated. Unknown Elite. What's Trump going to do for the UK? We don't know what he's going to do. I don't know what he's going to do for anyone. I mean, so far it seems like he's only been doing something for himself. He got the presidency. Now what? That's the big question. But we're not talking about politics, right? Gonna hide under Stonehenge until the loonie goes away. Well, we got lots of loonies in Canada. That's our dollar. Jai Homer, salutations. Salute. Rick Whelan, that's Commander Flux McGee. I can't figure out how to change my Google name. Okay. Zachary Beckman. Thunder HD Gaming, join the Hawk Flock. Woo! Thanks for joining, man. Shoot that bloody hawk. Okay, that was for Turgeon not being here. First live stream I'm actually watching live. Yay! Way to go, Zach. Welcome to the live stream. Yeah, Peter, you got an X52 Pro. Do you have the same problem with the mouse? Because I'd love to know if you've figured out how to fix it. Commander Josh Hawkins, I have a group of disgruntled Federation tourists who are chanting your name. I need authorization to broadcast your transmissions. I already gave you authorization. Oh yeah, right, because I'm just scrolled up on the chat here. Sorry, I'll catch up. Thank you. They almost broke down the cockpit door trying to make me broadcast you without permission. The fines for illegal broadcasting in the Pilots Federation are horrendous. Some speculation about the alien runes would be absolutely wonderful. We could talk about the alien runes. I got lots of stuff to talk about the alien runes. Commander Feedback. Hello. Subbed about a week ago. Thanks for finding stuff. Well, it wasn't me that found the stuff. Shibuka found the last stuff that we found. So full credit to, well, I mean, he didn't find it. He just got there first. But that's like kind of finding it. I mean, that is technically finding it if you're the first one there. I just reported on it. I'm kind of like the unofficial, I'm like Obsidian Ant's sidekick. I want to be Obsidian Ant. I want to be like Obsidian Ant when I grow up, Mom. 5022, congrats. Oh, yes. Yeah, hey, guys, thanks so much, man. Holy jeez, like 5,000 subscribers this morning. I don't even know what to say. I'm really humbled by the reception that I've got so far on the channel, and really appreciate all you guys' support and, joining me on the live streams and watching my videos and all the thumbs ups and likes and shares and retweets and all of that stuff. Really appreciate it, guys. You guys are awesome. And I hope to continue to bring you quality streaming and quality videos for another 5,000 subs. I've changed my sub goal to 10,000 now. So it's kind of like starting from scratch again, only this time when I release a video, I don't just get 2 subscribers. So that's really cool. And, now that I've kind of made a little niche for myself in the community, if you guys keep sharing my videos and keep, sharing the live streams and liking this stuff, we'll be hitting 10,000 in no time. So thanks to you guys, and awesome. Where's my mouse gone? Oh, there it is. I just realized how gorgeous the backdrop is. Yeah, I kind of found this really nice place last night looking for Zenarchist. Thanks for joining the Hawk Flock. You are subscriber 5023. I don't know where all these guys are coming from. I didn't even put out a video yet. Jeez. Wait, just wait, don't sub yet. I got a video that's got to come out soon. I do. I'm thinking of the next video, and I got an idea. Not for the Exploring the Milky Way Galaxy series. I mean a different video. More like the Exploring Elite Dangerous Horizons series that I've got going on. Yeah, so this is a beautiful, beautiful view. I'll show you the outside here so you can take a look. External camera. I'm in like this canyon. I was looking for more surface features, and I had my Oculus on, and I was flying down this canyon. I was sure that this canyon would have more geysers or fumerols or something in it, and unfortunately, it did not. Biohazard Mank 1 joined the Hawk Flock. Holy crap, what's going on? It's like a subscriber party, which I'm totally cool with, by the way. I mean, invite your friends, bring your family. Okay. Just a little surprised to see so many coming in right now. I mean, is it from the live stream? Did my live stream just go viral that I don't know about? Holy man. Can I say hi to Venice Cox and her exploration party? I'm taking them out of a chat just scrolled too quick. What was that? Taking them out to a neutron nebula, not from Sagittae. They don't want to listen to my classical Nordic death metal. Dude, classical Nordic death metal? Hell yeah. I should have some of that playing on here. I don't play music usually when I'm live streaming, just because I want to talk to people and not have music like blasting and breaking people's eardrums. Not that I have anything against, Nordic death metal. I like death metal. Actually, Shibuka used to sing in a death metal band. You should hear him do his rah, 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 rah. It's insane. Like, you wouldn't even recognize him. Like, normally it's like, hey, I'm Shibuka. And then it's like, rah, 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 rah. Well, you kind of heard it when he did the Batman thing. So, yeah. Thought I found the ruins. No, I didn't find the ruins. I was one of the first people there. I mean, I probably arrived there within a couple of minutes of X-Death finding the ruins. I was on the planet. I was part of the search party. X-Death got there, and then Greytest and Turgeon were with me in a wing, and I landed in my SRV, and I was like trying to get there as quickly as I could, and I just messed up the coordinates, and it took me a little while to get there, but when I finally got there, we were definitely one of the first on the scene. I was the first to document it. I was the first to record it and really put something out there on YouTube, just sort of like, showing you what they were and all the little secrets and details of it. But I was not the discoverer. X-Death was. We had X-Death on the broadcast as a guest. We talked to him, talked about what he had done, like how he triangulated the coordinates and everything. And that was awesome. X-Death's a cool guy. He's really active out there. I mean, he's active in Ken, and he's constantly finding stuff. And good on him, too. We need more people that are really active and searching for that stuff, because there's way more stuff out there, for sure. We just haven't found it yet. Greetings, Jerome and Tony. Hey, Tony, how's it going? Obnoxious Gamer. At Josh, I've looked for 21 hours for geysers now, nothing. Dude, that's kind of how I felt the other day, and that's why I was, like, super excited, and you guys heard me squealing in joy and glee. Bradley McQuaid, join the Hawk Flock. Thanks for joining, guys. This is awesome. I don't even know where all these subs are coming from, but that's so cool. In fact, I think I just saw up here, I got to scroll up. Haha, long time watcher, man. Just haven't subbed till now for some reason. Oh, okay. Well, hey, cool. Thanks for subbing, Zenarchist. And yeah, thanks for watching, too. You guys are all awesome. Voice Attack prefers your radio voice. No matter what I say, Eden turns the lights on. If I was there with Eden, she'd be turning the lights off, baby. Oh, yeah. Bow, chicka, wow, wow. Oh, Eden, you're so sexy. Shayless, downtown. I can't get my landing gear to deploy for anything. Through voice attack or just like by pressing buttons? Because I'm sure there's a way to get them to deploy. Awesome backdrop. Yes, thank you very much. We're going to change the backdrop in just a second here. I'm just getting started. I'm waiting for all you guys to get in here and just talking a little bit about what's been going on and the subs and saying hi to all you guys. And then I'm going to get started. Hang on one sec. What's up? You could talk. It's okay. No. My wife's too shy. She wanted to come show me something. It's not about being shy, she says. She just doesn't want to talk on the live stream. Okay, well, you could text it to me. Text me what you want, and I'll look on my phone. She's texting me something. I think it's political related. Oh, whoa. Okay, yeah, I see what she was showing. Well, I mean, we're not going to talk about it, but anyone who's interested, apparently there's some breaking news about a massive protest gathering outside of Trump Tower. This happened over 1,000 years ago in the year 2016. Apparently, this is just some historical information for you in Chicago. People apparently didn't particularly like the fact that he had been voted in president, and they gathered outside Trump Tower in Chicago to demonstrate. And it was a hell of a gathering. Wow. Anyhow, I'm going to put that down. Ancient news, guys. Ancient news. All right, let's scroll down in the chat here. Get back up to date. Discord bot now can sub. Huh? Discord bots now can sub, and so can aliens. I don't think I have any aliens except for elite alien and unknown alien. So yeah, has anyone else decided to throw away the bloody combat rewards and boring trading missions in favor of the spacefaring route of money making? Well, Josh, I can tell you that that's what I'm going to be doing. And as soon as I do get back to the bubble, which eventually I will get back to the bubble, that is, I believe I will be taking on some passenger missions. Because I love exploration, and I have my second account for, for everything else, for combat and for missions and all of that stuff that I want to do in the bubble. But Commander Josh Hawkins just needs to be out in the black. He needs to be out there exploring. And what I find really cool about the passenger missions is that they give you, like, destinations, and some of them pay like insane amounts, like 100 million credits to go to Sagittarius. Like, holy man, like if I wanted to make 100 million credits, it doesn't take long to get to Sagittarius. You could do it in a day or so if you're buckyballing it, which I don't really do, by the way. But I mean, you have to look at how long the missions are good for, and then if I could plan it out where, I can get a couple of tourist missions to Sagittarius or a couple that are like around a general area, I would definitely go and fly them out there, take a couple of weeks, explore a little bit, come back to the bubble. The journey that I've been on now, like this journey, I anticipated that it would take me a year, and we're almost at that 1 year mark now. I left on December 24th of 2015, and I'm still not back to the bubble. I'll show you guys, for anyone who has not watched my live streams before, if you're just joining in, I'll show you where I am on the galaxy map here in just one sec. Let me zoom out my radar a little bit and get above the ground so I don't accidentally crash into anything, because that's never a good thing when you're carrying a year's worth of exploration data. Would make me very, very sad to lose all of that. Show you guys a nice sky view here, a nice little moon. Actually, where's that other planet? There it is. There's another ring planet up there. Those are two binary gas giants, and this little moon is supposed to have some geysers on it, but I haven't been able to find them yet. So I might go look for some more geysers on this planet. But let me show you on the galaxy map where we are. Where I have been over the past year. I started off in the bubble, obviously, way back over here. God, feels like forever ago. And I headed off kind of in this direction, just up like this. And originally what I was going to do was bypass the core entirely, which I did. I came all the way around the core, up like this way here, and crossed over, and I stopped my journey right about here. Let me see. Yeah, it was pretty much right about there. I was going originally to head to Beagle Point, which is like up here somewhere. Yeah, Beagle Point's like here. So I wasn't far. I was about 30,000 kilometers from Beagle Point. But because this character is involved in an ongoing series that most of you have seen, if you haven't, it's on my YouTube channel. It's called Exploring the Milky Way Galaxy. There's like 19 or 18 episodes currently. Because of what happened in the series, which, interestingly enough, I could not predict what was going to happen to my character, because the story changed a little bit with the introduction and meeting of other commanders in the game, and then the story changed. So the character in the story had to turn around for reasons that I don't want to spoil if anyone here has not seen the series. But then I turned around and started heading back to the bubble. So as I came back, I kind of beelined. I wasn't going to go through the core. I was going to go around the core again. So these are kind of markers I was setting for myself. These are 1,000 light years apart. Well, each one's roughly 1,000 light years apart. And I was jumping back, and then I, again, decided that I needed to go towards the core for reasons that are in the story. And then from the core, I will probably be hitting Colonia and then heading back to the bubble. I'm hoping to have all of that wrapped up within 1 year. And since I started on the 24th of December, I will very likely be back in the bubble right around the 24th of December this year to make it a 1 year complete journey through the galaxy. So it's been a hell of a trip. It really has been an incredible journey so far. Did I say 30,000 kilometers? I meant 30,000 light years. But I meant, yeah, kilometers, light years, you know, same thing. 30,000 kilometers, 30,000 light years. No difference, right? Will I ask the Hawk Flock to escort me in? You know, originally, Andy, there was... you know, I'm just going to set my ship to fly while we're talking about this, because maybe we'll discover some surface features while we're flying. Originally, and I'm sure many of you have watched my exploration series, originally, Canon was going... There was discussion with Canon, and this may very well happen. I mean, I have sort of a wrap-up finale to this season's this part of the series that is already in the works and planned out. Originally, before that was planned, there was another ending to the series or season that I had in mind, and I had been in discussion with Lord Zoltan from Canon at the time. I don't think Zoltan is with Canon anymore. This was a long time ago. And he said that Canon would arrange a big welcoming party. And I was also going to use the Iridium Wing to escort me back, because I really kind of trusted these guys after having them on the broadcast, watching them do a mock mission of escorting a commander back. I thought these guys were fantastic, and I hope that they're still in business when Commander Josh Hawkins gets back, because he's carrying a lot of data, and it would be a shame to lose all of that data through something silly. But I don't know. We're going to have to see. There's plans for the series. There's definitely a finale planned that's in the works already. The ideas are there. Part of the script is there. And the only hint I'll give you is that Shibuka's series, Legacy, has a lot to do with it. And that's kind of how the ending changed was as a result of Shibuka's series, which he created a sort of a spin-off and a backstory that evolved from my story. So it's a really cool thing when you start working with other YouTube content creators that are very talented. And I was working with Turgeon, and I have been working with Shibuka on that crossover, and Turgeon and Shibuka have been working on the crossover. So there's a lot of work that goes into tying these independent series that all sort of started all off on their own into each other, and Shibuka has done a fantastic job. I highly recommend you check out his channel. You can find it on my YouTube channel, of course, and the recommended channels. You'll see Shibuka's listed there, and Turgeon as well, if you guys want to go check out some other cool content. That is, if you've sub to my channel and you have not yet participated in any of my live streams or watched my exploration series. There's a lot of content there to watch, and it's really cool stuff. So I very strongly suggest and highly recommend checking out Shibuka's Legacy series as well as Turgeon's travels on both of their YouTube channels. What's the jump range on my ASP? It is 29.8 or 31.83 light years. And of course, I'm not carrying any more cargo. I don't have any more frozen Commander Shannon days on here. So yeah, I guess I got the full range. The other day, I supercharged in a neutron star, and I ended up with 120 light years, something like that. Thanks for joining, Witch Space. Welcome to the Hawk Flock. And oh, geez. I'm wondering if that 90k light years. Okay, phew. For a second there, I thought you were saying 90 light years was your jump range, Rodney. I was like, holy crap. I know that Minikill, or that tiny dude, has been modifying his Anaconda for jump range, and his ASP, and like has gotten some ridiculous jump ranges out of it. It's insane what he's been doing. The engineer mods. I can't wait to get back and start engineering the hell out of my ASP, because it's like retarded what I'm missing out. I could have crazy fast engines. I could have huge jump distance. The jump distance isn't that important to me. I mean, like, the jump distance, the only thing that it really means is if I need to get home, or if I really am getting sick and tired of exploration, which is never going to happen, I can get home quicker. But most of the time, like when I'm exploring, I'm just jumping on economical, so it's not a big deal for me to have like super far jump range. The only thing that I would really see it being useful for is if I wanted to go like on this new expedition that Dr. Kai and Aramis are planning. That one looks kind of cool, but unfortunately it's also a one-way trip where they're going to that globular cluster. So one-way trip in, and then they can explore a part of space that no one has ever been to before. At least not that we know. I'm sure maybe someone has tried to get out there already. So, yeah. We will bring you in if can and don't. Well, Andy, that would be awesome. It really would be amazing. And perhaps I will announce that and see how that goes when I do make it back to the bubble. Pre-engineers Peters. Okay, you are armed though, aren't I? Yeah, I am armed. This is an armed ASP. It's fully armed, as a matter of fact. I mean, my guns are all off right now, but I've got multi-cannon, pulse laser, multi-cannon, chaff launchers. Of course, the reason that I did that wasn't because I thought I was going to run into other people. I mean, I wasn't like going to go space pirating on the other side of the galaxy. Although, that would be fun if there was actually like some benefit for it. Like, if I could blow up other people and take modules from their ship, I would totally be space pirating or just blowing guys up for the fun of it. I was a PKer in many MMOs for a very, very long time, and I've always had fun doing PvP combat. Just there's no benefit. There's no benefit whatsoever in this game to PvP, so that's the only thing that has stopped me from doing it. As soon as they put a risk versus reward system for PvP, I'll have a brand new account that I will raise to be a killer, and maybe even start a whole new live stream off that. That would be kind of fun. But they just don't have it, so, you know, whatever. No PvP for me, unless I'm forced into it. This renders the prey helpless before... Okay, what are we talking about? A group of rail winders are currently hunting prey using pack tactics. They hound the prey into attacking one before they destroy the power plant. This renders the prey helpless before they move in for the slow but entertaining kill. They destroy the FSD to render the ship crippled before they destroy the cockpit canopy. That reminds me of a video I just saw the other day of this poor little lizard that fell into like a giant snake-infested pit. I don't know where I saw that. Was that on the Bro Bar? Did someone post that? If that was on the Bro Bar and you guys... I'm sure someone would remember if it was on the Bro Bar. If it was, get that link. Put it back in the Bro Bar and tell me in chat, because I'll link it in here. It was ridiculous. Saw one on YouTube the other day that was over 200 light years. My God. It's insane. That's nuts. Well. Alright. I haven't seen any surface features pop up here. I know that there are some on this planet. I'll just pull up the system map real quick. Show you where we are. So I was on this little moon right over here. This is where we are right now. And I was testing my theory from the other day that the surface features might appear more along the equator. But on this planet, there's a lot of deep canyons, and there's a lot of canyons around the equator. Unlike the other planet that I flew to and found them very quickly, which was kind of like a smoother planet with only 1 or 2 deep canyons around the equator. This one here, I guess technically they could be anywhere. But this one said water geysers, which is kind of why I got a little excited. I was like, that's something I have not yet seen. And those are the ones that I thought would be really the coolest to look at, because those are the ones that like shoot you up into the air, I think. So, without further ado, let's plot my next jump and see where we're going and what we can find. I'll just quickly show you this. Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot all about this. And I'm next to a planetary nebula that is already discovered, unfortunately. But I can show you that. Let's jump into Super Cruise here. It's on the other side of the planet. I just was going through the galaxy map and I was like, hey, what's that little red dot over there? Oh, planetary nebula! So I was very excited about that because you don't find planetary nebula all the time. But let's show you what it looks like. It's kind of cool. This system that I'm in, interestingly enough, is so close to the planetary nebula, and you'll see the colors start to pop out here in a second when we get around to the other side of this planet. It is, there it is. It's so close to the planetary nebula that it's actually touching the edge of the planetary nebula. So it's kind of like half within the planetary nebula. When I jumped into the system at the center of the planetary nebula, I can show you. Unfortunately, there wasn't much to see there. But this planet is, I mean, aside from having a gorgeous view before, you can see it really has a spectacular view on the other side of it as well. It's quite nice. And that was the other reason why I wanted to land there, because I thought, hang on, external camera. I thought that landing on that planet and finding water geysers would be extra cool, because when you're near a planetary nebula like that, everything just kind of lights up and it assumes the color of the nebula, which just makes everything all that more awesome to look at. So let's say goodbye to that little moon, and you can see the colors reflecting off my cockpit there. It's quite a beautiful nebula because we're so close to it in this system. Like I was saying, we're basically 1 light year away. And these planetary nebula, these are very small. Just so you know, I mean, these things are only a couple light years across. So the fact that it looks so big, I mean, it literally looks like one of the giant nebula, like the emission nebulas or the dark nebulas that you see the ones that you could see from a very far distance. This one here, if I jumped a few jumps away, it would just be a tiny, tiny little dot. Those other extremely large nebula, you know, they're 100 light years across or 75 light years across, and I've been to quite a few of them. They look like this when you're still 50 light years away. These planetary nebula don't look anything like this from 50 light years away. I'm one jump from the center of that thing. In fact, I'm pretty sure that the little dot that you see right in the middle of my screen right there, that's probably the neutron star at the center of it. Cockpit view. I have not fully scanned this system, but I was just checking out the moons for geysers and whatnot. I could check and see if any of the other moons in the system have geysers on them. Let's see. That one I have targeted there. Did I scan these ones? No, I didn't scan those ones. I don't know why. Why didn't I scan those ones? That one looks like it could be geyserous. Let's go back there. Makes you want to get into exploration? Yeah. Exploration's fun. I'm not gonna lie. It's just... I mean, like the title of my stream, The Joy of Exploration, it's relaxing. It's just really chill. And if you're doing it by yourself, I mean, I will say I feel really spoiled because when I explore and I'm live streaming, I have all you guys to keep me company, which is way more fun than just staring at the screen. If I'm exploring by myself, usually I'm just capturing footage, looking for the perfect shot, lining up planets, video. So, I mean, I don't enjoy it as much because I'm more focused on getting the shots. When I'm live streaming with you guys, I get to talk about the game. It's like, before I started live streaming, I would just be playing the game and talking with like Shibuka and Turgeon, just chatting in Discord. And it was fun, you know, it was like, hey, people to talk to. Here, you know, it's great. I got you. You're all here. Could chat with everyone at the same time. And I get to really enjoy it, just like go and check stuff out and, you know, like do the stuff that I want to do in Elite Dangerous. Like, I wish I could spend more time live streaming. If I had the time, I would probably just live stream every day. I wish I could. But unfortunately, life has other priorities aside from Elite Dangerous. I know, it's a sad time. Oh, but I will tell you that during the holidays, my wife's going to be gone for like 6 or 7 days. So I'll probably be doing a lot of live streaming then. There's a very good chance that you may see a lot of live streaming during the holidays. Because I'm not really going to have much else to do. And, you know, you guys are kind of like my second family, so that's just what it's going to be. Let's take a look at these moons that I just scanned here and see what they have for us. Silicate vapor geysers. That's a big planet, though. This one has no volcanism. You know, I'm not going to go looking on these big planets. Actually, maybe that's why I didn't find anything on this one. That's another thing I should have taken into consideration, is that the bigger the planet, the harder it's going to be to find the locations with geysers on it, just because it's so big. But this little guy here, this one's not too bad. It's only 800. We'll go take a look at that one. Oh, and there's a couple spinning ones here. That's cool. I have a, like, I'm theorizing, and again, I don't know what Frontier has done, I mean, what their algorithms are, but in theory, the rotating planets should have more volcanic activity, because they change position. The planet's rotating, and the side that's facing the parent planet towards the stronger gravity changes position, and it creates tidal forces on the crust, the tectonic plates of the planet, as opposed to one that's tidally locked, which is still going to have tidal forces on it, but it's not going to be like a grinding action. You know, it's just constantly pulling in one position, really. Let's scroll up in the chat there. Hey, HCS voice packs. Hey, evening, folks. Evening, HCS voice packs. We were just talking about voice attack. I was talking about Eden before, how sexy she is. Let me just get back up into the chat here because I wanted to see what was being said here. Can I suggest any tips for a relatively inexperienced explorer? Yeah. Don't go far from the bubble. Take it easy at first, you know. Plan a trip to someplace close. My first exploration trip was to the Orion Nebula, and it was a little overwhelming at first. I mean, I knew that I wanted to go explore, and I had heard of explorers going out and, you know, going on these incredibly long journeys. I didn't think that, you know, a couple months later I'd be going on a year-long exploration journey, but that's kind of just what happened. But when I did my first trip to the Orion Nebula, I didn't realize how far it was and how long it would actually take. It took me 2.5 days, and I was playing a lot at this point. It took me like 2.5 days to get there, and I wasn't jumping fastest jump range. I mean, I did a little bit of scenic route and taking a look at stuff along the way, but it still took me like 2.5 days, and then it took me another day or two to get back. And when I got back, I was like, wow, okay, that was a lot of time. That's the most time I've spent away from the bubble. So it was pretty cool. Are these planets like touching each other? Can you show me where the planet was touching you? Seriously, are these two planets like mating? No, there's a space between them, isn't there? Yeah, there is. Oh my god. Oh my gird. Well, they're really close. So yeah, that's my advice. Here, I'm gonna take a look at these. These are pretty planets. Pretty planets. Let's just do this. Go external camera. Here, let's look at these planets. So yeah, don't go too far. Stay close to the bubble, because you might find that exploration is not your thing after a while. You never know. A couple of days is a good first test. And because you got these passenger missions now, do a couple of the passenger missions, you know, make some extra money from it. Exploration doesn't really pay, as I've said many times before. So yeah, don't go far. Take an exploration, or take a passenger mission, and make some money off of it. See what you think of exploration first, and if it's really for you, then take it a little bit longer. You know, maybe plan a trip to Sagittarius A and hit up the core and a couple nebula along the way, and see how you like it. I think maybe I might have been a little bit too bold to, you know, say I'm going to go to Beagle Point for my first exploration trip, and I'm going to do it all by myself with nobody else there. And it's far. It's really far. And like I said, I've been gone since December, so it's been a very long journey. These are both really beautiful planets, by the way. That one there with the red and blue, it's quite nice looking. I gotta scan it though, I forgot. Let's see if that one's got geysers on it. Geysers! Let's see if it's got any geysers. Hey Josh, thanks for the video. Shout out on Twitter. Hey, no problem, man. What was HCS say? Kate is having a recording session early December for new content. Sweet. There we go. See, guys, this is your opportunity to let HCS know how much you guys want a Commander Josh Hawkins voice pack. Right? Right? I know you do. I've heard people say it before. Hey, Turgeon. Hey, you know what, Turgeon? I'm not in Discord, but if you want to join me in here once again, you are certainly more than welcome to. I'll jump in there in just a sec. God, the chat is going so fast, I'm having a hard time keeping up. Boy, you guys. Boy, you guys. Really. So quick. Geysers, Josh, geysers. Sounds good. She's so busy with her Kickstarter. Yeah, that's awesome. Fun trip in a courier, no doubt. Green planet is pretty. Yeah, you know what? We'll, well, wait a sec. That's the green one there. This other one is kind of like gray-ish, right? More gray than green. Yeah, that's gray and black. Although I will say, I like these black craters. Something about them just look really cool. They got like these deep black gouging lines. I want to see what these planets are made out of. Let's see what they got. Let's see what they've got for us, shall we? Water geysers, yeah. Water geysers on the green one, and water geysers on the spinny one, too. So, you know what? We might go check out this one here first, and just see what's going on. It is a rotating planet. We're going to give it a shot. We're going to see if we can find some water geysers in one of these deep, dark canyons. And hopefully we'll find some on the first shot like we did the other day. That was friggin' awesome. Whoops. You've got to check out the orbital cruise zones of those pebbles, Josh. Do they overlap? Kinda, sorta. Let's see here. I'm gonna go down to that dark canyon right there, the swervy one that I'm aiming at right now. We'll go check that one out. Good night, unknown. Take it easy, bud. Fly safe. And good point, a science pack, elite lore galore. Yeah, that's what you need that's what you need, HCS, a serious science pack, something that talks about all of the nitty-gritty scientific details of all the planet's surfaces and everything. That would be really awesome. Been thinking about heading out of the Bubble Nebula, out to the Bubble Nebula for my second exploration trip. Yeah, you could do that. Bubble Nebula or the Heart and Soul Nebula, and sort of head in the direction of the Formidine Rift. Maybe find something interesting and mysterious out there at the same time. You never know. Come on, surface features. All right, we're dropping out of orbital cruise here. We're hoping for a little blue bubble to pop up. Maybe we'll find them. Maybe, maybe, maybe. They're not quite as dark as they looked before. From orbit, they looked like these big black gouges. But once we're down on the planet over here, it's just kind of like regular canyons. We're going to fly over that way, see if we can't find some surface features. I'll just leave it flying in the meantime. External camera. Very pretty sky over here with this Planetary nebula right up over there. Very bright. We're, again, I'm going to show you that on the galaxy map again in just a sec. I was able to spot the surface features from the debug camera. I actually found that was a little bit easier to spot them because they're very visible even from this height, a few kilometers up. Good night, HCS. Keep up the good work. HCS is taken off. All right, that's me. Good night. Nice stream. Thank you very much for joining in, everyone. HCS voice packs. You'll hear a lot of them with Astra in the background over here when I do talk to her. Just don't do Potato Engineer voice pack. Maybe they should. Everyone deserves a potato on their ship, Turgeon. Come on. You know we all want a little engineer potato. Why the heck not? That's because you keep shooting him along with the hawk, Sturgeon. Yeah, definitely. Funny, he seems to be pretty... Oh. I'm getting a phone call, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll have to excuse me for just a moment. I think this is an important call. I'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. I'm going to need 5 minutes, so this will be a short recess. The court will resume in approximately 5 minutes. I will leave you on this screen here to marvel at the beautiful planetary nebula while I have a quick conversation. But unfortunately, this call is not something I can ignore, so I will put you guys back onto hold, and I'll be right back with you. Well, everyone, that's an interesting change of events. I'm still on the telephone, but I'd like to make a quick introduction to all of you. I know that she won't be able to hear you, but let me introduce you all to my daughter. Her name is Shaylee. She can say hello to you.
Hi.
She just called to say hi, and she's got a couple minutes. That's why I'm sure you'll all understand that I said I have to take this call. It's very important. But Shaylee, this is the first time you've been on a live stream before. We have a good amount of people watching right now. Is there anything that you'd like to say to all of the space sim fans?
I think that the game is pretty cool. I mean, my dad showed me a lot of it, and yeah, but that's pretty cool.
They're all saying hi, by the way. The chat's exploding. Hello, hi, hi from the stream. Hello.
Hi back to all of you.
All right, guys. I will be back in just a couple seconds. Well, a couple minutes. But it seems like you're entertaining yourselves quite well in the chat, so I apologize for the delay, and we'll resume the regularly broadcasted scheduled program in just a second. Hey everyone, sorry about that. I'm back, and we'll get back into the live stream here. I was not expecting her to call me right then, but it was nice to hear from her. So, what is going on here? I keep getting this little window keeps popping up. I don't know why. Hang on, I gotta turn this window off. How in the hell? Okay, we'll just put it down there. Sure. Okay, so what were we doing? Right, we were looking for surface features, and I'm not seeing anything over here. We'll keep looking. I completely lost steam on what we were talking about in chat. I did see that Hawkling. I told her, like we were talking on the phone, I said, "You're a Hawkling," and she kind of likes it. She doesn't actually have my last name. Her last name is Tobin, so she's like, "I'm a Tobling," and I was like, "Well, maybe you're a Towhawk." But I like Hawkling. Hawkling's great. And I said, "There's someone in the chat named Shay," and she's like, "That's my nickname." So she thought it was really cool. She really likes the video series that I was doing. She was asking me about it the other day because they were talking about YouTube series in her drama class, and she's like, "My dad has a YouTube series." So it's kind of cool. Hey Turgeon, I see you're still in the chat at your late hours. Why don't you meet me here in Discord? I'm gonna jump down into... Oh, you're already there. Hey. Oh, hold on, Turgeon. I don't think I can hear you. I've got my settings changed because I was in the Rift last night, so this is all for Rift. Yeti, done. Check. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I've got you there.
Hey, there we go. How's it going?
Not too bad, not too bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, Commander Turgeon Starstone.
Evening, peoples. Morning, afternoon, wherever you are around the
Heir
sphere.
to the Starstone billions.
So they say.
Well,
that's the rumor.
That's the... Well, maybe you only get a small fraction of the Starstone billions because you're one of, like, how many Starstones that are supposedly out there?
What did I say? I said probably 1 million across the bubble now, I said.
1 million. So you might still be able to make a little bit of money.
I think I said that. Of course, I might have been lying. There might only be 10.
You never know. You never know.
You never know.
So we're still looking for surface features here. Was I talking to you in the... No, I think I was talking to Shibuka the other day when I was in Oculus. He was in the Vive, I was in the Oculus. We're both doing the VR thing. And just earlier in the stream, I was saying how, before the live streams ever started, before I got into this whole live streaming thing, the fun for me was playing the game and just talking in Discord with, like, you and Shibuka for hours while we would just be playing the game and doing nothing, really.
Yeah. Exploring, doing NAF-all, yeah.
Yep.
We did that a lot.
NAF-all. Yeah, that's pretty much
NAF-all,
what we did.
yeah.
And then once we started the live stream up, now I have the chat. I've got these guys in here. It's great. Commander Turgeon, a.k.a. Space Jack Sparrow. That's right. Give him a little taste of Space Jack Sparrow.
With the Space Jack Sparrow. He's not the heir to the Starstone Industries. It's just a rumor.
It's just a rumor. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. As I mentioned earlier in the stream, Turgeon will very happily put his YouTube channel link in there now, since I was too lazy to do that before and just said, hey, go check out my YouTube channel links. But this is the Turgeon Starstone that I was mentioning earlier, and we do have a few people that have just started watching the live stream and joined into the Hawk Flock. This is a great opportunity for you after this live stream is done to go check out some fantastic content, as I was saying earlier, on Turgeon's channel, and entertain yourselves for hours and hours on end. And if you get to episode 19 or so of his series, you'll...
20 20, yeah.
20?
20 and 21.
20 and
it is,
21, you may possibly find an interesting crossover involving Commander Josh Hawkins. But I dare not say more.
And earlier on, you might also find in episode 13 another person featured there, Tiny Shibuka.
Yes, and we mentioned Shibuka's channel before. I was talking about, working with you guys as other YouTube content creators and how much fun it actually has been to get to know you guys and become friends and, do our crossover series and everything. And it's such a great... we have such a great variety of personalities that it makes the broadcast very interesting. Oh, actually, I should sort of promote the broadcast here for a second. If anyone is watching right now who's not actually seen our broadcast, that's another live stream that we do on Sundays. Every Sunday from 3 p.m. Eastern Time to 6 p.m., which 3 p.m. now is what, 8 p.m. did you say, Turgeon, game time? I think it's 5 hours now, game time.
What have you got there? 150 on yours? Yes, it's
Yep.
150 on mine too.
Yeah, well, I imagine it would
So
be.
yeah,
So, and what time is it in the UK currently?
10 to 2.
10 to
Just
2.
like just like your clock says on the corner there.
Oh, okay, that is your actual time.
Yep,
Ah, okay. That's like... almost-
Cambridge time.
So, oh man, I
That's
have
where
to,
Frontier are.
I have to keep resisting the urge to talk about politics. It's ridiculous. Even my daughter's talking to me about it. She's like, "Oh my God, no, 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 no!" She's like, "You should talk about the election on your live stream." And I'm like, "Oh no, we try to keep politics off.
Resist. Yeah.
We try, but it's really tough with this whole thing that's going on. I mean, one day, I'm going to start a whole new YouTube channel. It's just going to be to talk about politics. Commander Josh Hawkins rants. That's what it'll be. Commander Josh Hawkins rants. Because, man, I could rant right now. Anyhow, I was saying earlier that there's a really big demonstration riot. I don't know if it's a riot quite yet, going on in Chicago right now in front of Trump Tower. That's looking crazy. A lot of people there, a whole lot of people there. They did an aerial view, must have been like from a helicopter or something. It looks like there's a good 1,000 people or more demonstrating in front of Trump Tower. Seems like America is quite divided, wouldn't you say?
It does seem that way, doesn't it?
Quite
Yeah.
divided. Although, it's really nice to see at least that for the time being, the Obama administration is being very graceful to, Trump being elected in, and they're saying they're going to work with them just as well as the Bush administration worked with them when they got elected. So, hopefully there will be a peaceful transition, and hopefully this will be a new type of government for the U.S. that we'll all cross our fingers and hope that it works out very well. How it goes is anyone's guess, really. But all I know is that I lost a lot of sleep last night watching the elections. I don't know if you stayed up. I know you stay up till ridiculous hours, but you probably were sleeping at the time that that was all going down.
No, I was actually watching a 3-hour documentary on electricity on YouTube.
A 3-hour documentary on electricity.
Yeah, it was three documentaries from BBC's Horizon chained together about the history of electricity.
Wow.
I thought that's more interesting.
It is. That type of stuff just
It was actually.
I
as it
really
turns
get into
out.
it. I love watching documentaries on anything science related, especially like technological advances like electricity. I mean, that's like a world changing discovery,
Yeah, I don't know how I got onto that.
And
that's what happens. Sitting in the small hours looking at YouTube, suddenly you find yourself watching documentaries about the history of electricity.
It's quite amazing, though. I mean, electricity is we in first world countries, we just take it for granted. We have no idea what it's like to live without electricity. I have a little taste of what it's like to live without electricity. I think we might have talked about this at one point or another, but we had the ice storm here in Quebec. What was that, back in 2000 and... Oh, I don't even remember. It was a long time ago. And we lost power for a long time. I lived just in the suburbs, not far from downtown, but we didn't have power for almost 11 days. And that was in the dead of winter, minus 40 degrees Celsius, 2 feet of ice covering everything, power lines down, trees.
Another historical one that was from a solar flare, wasn't there, that wiped out an entire power grid up there in Canada. I can't remember when that was, a few years earlier than that.
Yeah, that was another big one. Knocked out a big power grid again for quite a while. And that's the type of thing that, I mean, any country could be affected by that. We take solar flares for granted as well, you know? Like, we think, oh, well, solar flare, schmare, whatever, you know? No, listen. A big enough solar flare has the capability to knock out the entire power grid on half the planet. And imagine that. Down for a very long time. Wipe out pretty much any type of electronic device, wipe out the power grids, knock everything offline. You're talking about weeks, months, possibly even years of infrastructure being rebuilt and replaced. We just don't have the resources to replace entire power grids like that, especially across like half a continent or a whole continent. It would be insane if something like that hit the planet. You know, and it would literally blast us back to the Dark Ages.
Yeah, where I was when I was born, so I'd be.
Yeah, you'd be fine. I'd be
comfy.
Fine.
Yeah,
we didn't have the internet when I was growing up. We didn't have cell phones or anything like that, so I'd be okay with it. My wife would probably go crazy. My daughter would lose her mind. I can't bring that girl anywhere without her staring at her device. It's like, put it down. No, there's Wi-Fi. Oh, and I know when there's Wi-Fi somewhere now, too, because as soon as we walk in, she has like a built-in Wi-Fi detector in her brain. It's ridiculous. We walk in somewhere, and we'll just be like walking, and all of a sudden she'll be like, oh, there's Wi-Fi. Whoop! Kindle's out. She's on her Wi-Fi. She's chatting on Facebook. I'm like, how did you know? I don't know. She sees the signs. She's got like... a sixth sense for Wi-Fi.
Well, yeah, and people do have a sort of vestigial magnetic sense in their brain. Maybe that's what it is. It's being activated in kids.
Could be. Not seeing a whole lot of water geysers on this planet, unfortunately.
No, but I mean, is this planet raspberry ripple ice cream, or is it in fact one large packet of bacon rashers?
That's a good question. Really bad bacon.
Flying over big fatty bacon rasher world.
Let me show you guys something here, since now that we're...
Look at that red nebula, look at that.
Yeah. So, I was saying
that's
that
what you come out for.
We're actually really close to this planetary nebula. I was with Shibuka on Discord the other day and just jumping around, and I opened up the galaxy map. Here, hang on one sec. Stop engines.
Cutting engines, stop here.
So I opened up the galaxy map, and I was just, you know, when you see this, it's like everything gets lost in these bazillion stars all over the place. And I was like right about here. And I was just zooming through, and I don't know how I saw it. I saw that little smudge there, and I'm pretty sure I had the grid off. So I saw the smudge, and as I started scrolling, I was like, oh, wait a second. That's a planetary nebula. And then it was really close. It was literally like 5 jumps away. So check this out. Here is the planetary nebula. It is discovered, of course. Well. But this star is so close to it. It's literally like, give this another couple hundred years, and that planetary nebula is going to engulf that star. We'll come back in a couple hundred years, folks.
What would that be like?
And see if that's so changed at all. Built-in Wi-Fi detection, evolution in action, says Surat. Absolutely. That's exactly what it is. That's where the human species is going, to built-in Wi-Fi detection. I don't know if anyone here watches Black Mirror. What a great show. Have you heard of or seen Black Mirror, Turchin?
Not sure. Don't think so. Let me just. I'll look it up. See if it rings any bell.
Did you ever watch The Twilight Zone?
Oh yeah. Oh, it's Charlie. I thought I recognised it. Yes, Charlie Brooker's Black Mirror. Yes, I have seen a few of those actually. Yeah.
So, Black Mirror,
have.
and I got to tell you, the best one, and I think this is also by popular vote, the best one is the one where the Prime Minister of England has to have sex with a pig.
Oh, yes.
And
yes, I have seen that one.
if anyone in the chat has not seen Black Mirror, it's on Netflix now. They just put a whole new season up there, and it's really just an incredibly genius show. They take our society and they look at all of the little things in our society, like text messaging and social networking, and it's really technology based mostly. Like, they look at the technology that we have now and they kind of try to project it into the not so distant future. I mean, like, I could say that the series is probably like maybe 50 years forward in time. Maybe not even much more than that. 50 years or so, I'd say, forward in time is when I think the series kind of takes place. And each one is completely independent of the last. I haven't seen anything that ties them all together yet, other than the fact that they're all based on technology, our current technology, and how it infiltrated society, and what people sort of see it being projected as, and how it's projected to affect our society in the future. And the episodes are just mind-blowing. One episode, social media has become so wrapped up. We've become so wrapped up in social media, and the way, like, right now you can, like, rate videos and rate pictures, like put them on a scale of 1 to 5 or 1 to 10, and give them stars and give them thumbs up, or and I think it was very much analog to Reddit, as a matter of fact, with this one particular episode, because everyone has a built-in device. Well, everyone's got a device. Everyone is connected through, like, this massive social network, and you rate every single person you know based on how they act or what they do. So if a person is walking past you and they smile, you can, like, pull out your device and rate them, and that rating affects their life. It changes their personal rating, and they may or may not be able to go and get a house if their rating is too low, or they might be looked at by parts of society differently because they have a low rating. And it's really just, it's mind-blowing. I don't want to give it away too much, but needless to say, you should go and watch Black Mirror. If you like sci-fi, it is very sci-fi-ish. It's like a dystopian future of our own society, and I can see a lot of these things happening if we keep going the way that we're going.
That's the purpose of good sci-fi, is to literally be a mirror, and as the title says, it's like a black mirror.
Exactly. It really is.
The dark side of your technologies.
It's the dark side of our current technology. So
clever fellow, Charlie Brooker.
Yeah, really. We binge watched all of them when it came out. I couldn't stop watching them. Like, we got to watch another one. I got to watch another one, and they're quite ingenious. A couple of them that I really liked too. The one with the little egg, where they have like an implant in people's brains that copies their personality, and you can put it into a device where this copy of their personality actually thinks it's the person that it was copied from. They don't realize that they're now are an artificial version of the same person, and then people use that artificial version of themselves to control all of the menial tasks that they don't want to do for themselves. So they have like this artificial intelligence version of themselves doing the tasks for them, but it's like slavery in a sense, because these artificial people think that they're real. They think they're real. It's just mind-blowing. So yeah, Black Mirror, highly recommended if you haven't seen it. And if you own Netflix, well, just jump on Netflix and pull it up. I got Canadian Netflix, so if we have it, then everyone else has got to have it, because compared to the rest of the world, our Netflix is like terrible. The only thing that we have on Netflix that nobody else is going to have is the Star Wars movies. Ha! And that's because Canadian Netflix somehow had a license with Disney before it got removed from Netflix, so they are the only Netflix that will have access to the 3 new Star Wars movies. And we already have the Force Awakens up there, which is awesome, because I've watched it, I don't know, 10 times already. Yes, Ravenwood, it is like the Twilight Zone. It's great. Waves to the Manor. It's very much a social and tech version of Twilight Zone, very much so. Joshua Reskoff, does anyone realize the irony of making a television show that is meant to be digested through social media, showing some of the dangers of progressing media?
Yep. Charlie Brooker does.
Yep. That's right. There are definitely people that realize that. And they're capitalizing on it as well. Because, I mean, I don't know how popular the show is with the mainstream television watchers, but I mean, I can't imagine it's anything less than popular, because I know people at work have talked to me about it, and it seems to have really good ratings on Netflix, so yeah. All right, I'm not going to keep looking for surface features on this planet. I'm going to jump back into orbit, and I'm going to go pick a new planet or a new system to start jumping to. I'm going to live stream for another half an hour or so. Make this a 2-hour live stream like most of my Joy of Exploration live streams are. So if anyone wants to take a look around the galaxy map and tell me if they spot anything interesting around this part of space, I'll certainly be happy to go and take a look. Otherwise, I am going to filter my map down. We are going to go to the map. We're going to turn off everything except for carbon, Wolf-Rayet, white dwarfs, and non-sequence stars. That includes neutron stars and black holes. And we're going to look around here and see which one of these I have not yet gone to. I have explored a good many of these neutron stars around here. No, I haven't been to this one yet, so we'll go there. And just because I realized that there's so many neutron stars around here that I can at least make a little bit of money while I'm scanning and jumping and exploring at the same time. And the neutron stars are awesome. I mean, they look amazing. I'm hoping to find a neutron star system that has a planet orbiting really close, where you can just look up off the surface of the planet and see the jets shooting out. I think that would be amazing. Tosca, you want to see where I am on the galaxy map? No problem. As soon as I drop into the system here, I'll go ahead and show you that. We'll do a scan of the system just to see what's here first. 2 new objects. We'll open up the galaxy map and show you where I am. Zoom out a little bit more here. So here we are right now, very close to the center of the galaxy, which is the direction that I'm heading right now. And we're about 25,000 light years from the bubble. Pretty much on the dot, 24,853. So, yeah, that's where we are in the galaxy map, or where I am. We, all of us, we're all doing this together. So, I don't feel so much like I'm by myself out here anymore, with all you guys joining me for the exploration. It makes it a lot easier to tolerate. The space madness has not yet kicked in. I did have... I will say, the space madness is real. Okay, folks?
It is.
It is real. I kid you not. Oh, look, that looks like a water world. There we go. Let's go check that out. The space madness is real, and I really started... here. Hold on, I'll finish my thought first, and then I'll tell you guys something. I really started experiencing the space madness only like 2 months or 3 months into my exploration journey. It didn't take long. It was like 2 months, 3 months in, and I was like, oh my god. It's so repetitive. Maybe I should turn around now. Why am I still moving forward? I don't know. And that really hit me hard when I went to the roof of the galaxy. I was like 1,000 light years above the galactic plane, and there was nothing. It was just like, just a very lightly speckled sky, very few planets, well, very few stars to see, very few systems to scoop even. And, you know, it was a beautiful view if you turn around and look back towards the galaxy, the galactic plane, but not much else to see up there. Now, why I almost interrupted my thought process is because take a look at this, guys. So you saw how close we were to that planetary nebula. Now, I've only made one jump, and look how tiny it is now. So that's just to show you, these are very, very small nebula. These planetary nebula are the results of well, we call them planetary nebula, but it's not really a planetary nebula. There's no planets forming in them. They're the leftovers of a supernova explosion, and that's what actually forms them. That's why there's a neutron star at the center of that thing. It's because a massive star went supernova, the core collapsed. Not a star big enough to form a black hole, but big enough to form a neutron star. Otherwise, it would have just obliterated itself completely into nothing, and there would be just a nebula left. But this one has a neutron star at the center, so we know it was quite large, but not large enough to form a black hole. And we're, what, 20 light years away from it now, I think, 25 or whatever my maximum jump range is, 20, well, 30. I don't know how that just went up, but, oh, because of my fuel. So yeah, about 29 light years, 30 light years away from it, and it's just tiny, 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 and just one jump before this thing filled my entire field of view. That's how close we were in that last star, literally right on the edge of it, and that's why it filled the whole field of view. Next, we're going to jump one more jump away. Next waypoint. Make the jump.
Jumping to light speed.
And we'll see, again, one more jump. That thing's going to get even smaller because they really are tiny. A couple light years makes a huge difference. It's just going to be a tiny little speck in the sky now. Fun fact, neutron stars have an event horizon. It's just below the surface. That is interesting. I was not aware of that.
Given the density of a neutron star, what constitutes just below the surface?
Well, a neutron star does have a surface layer. It's
considering what was it I heard? If you dropped a marshmallow onto the surface of a neutron star, it would have the impact of an atomic bomb because of the gravity.
And
that's what you're talking.
Aside from the fact that it would create an incredible amount of energy because of the gravity of the neutron star, the marshmallow would also get spread so thin that it would only be a few atoms thin. It would literally turn into a pancake that spread out over many kilometers, a few atoms thin. It's quite incredible. Neutron stars are truly incredible objects. If you guys have not watched I think it was my last episode, actually, of the Exploring the Milky Way Galaxy series, I did an episode on neutron stars. And I was kind of going back to the scientific roots that kind of started the whole series when I first started making them. It was to give a little bit more facts and science. And I hadn't done one of those in a while, but it's all about neutron stars, and I even made a few little animations of my own. And if you want to learn a bit more about them, go ahead and check that one out. It's on my YouTube channel. It's, I think, part 18. Got killed by one. Right, Rodney, weren't you saying that you were, like, coming back from an exploration ship and you got killed and lost all that data? That's crazy, dude. I hear that stuff, and it makes me nervous because I've been out here since December. Right.
Yeah. Well, I've got not strictly blasé, but I've got used to space, deep space now. So it's not the deep space things that bother me. It's anything that's got humans in.
Yep.
Anything made by people that bothers me. I don't mind neutron stars and black holes and all this stuff.
Right.
That's home.
It is. I feel very
That's
comfortable
home
out
out
here.
there in the deep.
I, in a way, I don't even want to come back to the bubble, but yeah, you know, it's not like space is going anywhere, so I can always go back out.
It's a nice place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there. Just drop in, drop off the data, get back out.
Yeah, exactly. Mark is mentioning the Schwarzschild radius, and the Schwarzschild radius. I mean, I can tell you a little bit about what the Schwarzschild radius is. I'm somewhat of an amateur astronomer. The Schwarzschild radius is the radius after which anything else that gets compressed smaller than that, anything can become a black hole if it gets compressed below its Schwarzschild radius. So planet Earth could become a black hole if the matter in the planet was condensed smaller than the Schwarzschild radius. And every object, of course, is going to have a different Schwarzschild radius, but it's calculated based on the amount of mass and the density. And so, you know, a very large star like this star over here, this is an O-class star. This star would have a much larger Schwarzschild radius than a M-class star or K-class star. And the planet Earth, the Schwarzschild radius would be something like, well, it would be tiny. We're talking something like the size of an atom. So if you could compress all the matter,
sugar cube or something like that.
Something tiny like that. If you could compress all the matter in planet Earth down to something about the size of a sugar cube and then just squeeze it just a tiny little bit more, you would exceed the Schwarzschild radius, and the Earth would then become a black hole. Theoretically, of course. I mean, I'm pretty sure that the math is quite sound for that, but that is what it is. Here is the definition. I'll read this out to you. A black hole of a kind supposed to result from the complete gravitational collapse of an electrically neutral and non-rotating body, having a physical singularity at the center to which infalling matter inevitably proceeds, and at which the curvature of space-time is infinite. A Schwarzschild radius is the radius of the boundary of a hole of this type. So that's it. If you compress matter beyond that radius, you will literally create an infinite point in space-time, thus making a black hole. So I think that was fairly accurate, my description. It's kind of a cool theory that anything could become a black hole. You could become a black hole if you were crushed. I don't think you'd want to be crushed down to a Schwarzschild radius, but if you went near a neutron star or tried to walk on a neutron star, if you were somehow able to do that, you could technically be crushed down pretty small. But I wasn't aware that a neutron star had a Schwarzschild radius inside it, because that would imply that the center of a neutron star is a singularity, which it's not really. So I'd love to double check that fact, Grey Test. Not because I don't believe you, but because I'm not sure how the math works on it.
They have the highest density possible without being a black hole.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
Yeah.
That's my understanding as well, that a neutron star.
So they'd have a mathematical event horizon, I suppose.
Well, because the event horizon is the point at which space-time travels faster than the speed of light, therefore nothing can escape beyond that point. And if we were to say that the inside of a neutron star had that, then you would have to assume there was a black hole at the center of every neutron star, which...
In the making.
Yeah.
You just have to throw enough marshmallows on
it. Well, that's what would happen. Yeah,
sit there a distance away, lobbing them at it.
That is exactly what would happen. I mean, if you that is a type of there's a type of supernova based on that as well, and that's when a neutron star is close to another large stellar body and starts pulling mass off of it. The neutron star can then explode as well, or become a black hole. Oh, here we go.
Surat says it's funny how some black holes don't have exclusion zones in the game. It's true.
Funny?
You can get...
no, disappointing.
It shouldn't be, but it makes for some good pictures.
Oh yeah, definitely. And honestly, I believe at least, and I know that this is silly because I'm an explorer and I shouldn't want to put myself in any additional risk of danger or death. But the fact that we can fly so close to a black hole does irk me just a little bit, because black holes are the most dangerous objects in the universe. Well, one of the most dangerous objects in the universe. I mean, we don't know. Maybe a quasar would be a little more dangerous because it's an active black hole and it's shooting off jets of superheated plasma like what we see off the neutron star. So maybe a quasar would be a little... Well, actually, a quasar is an active galactic core, which is technically a supermassive black hole that's consuming matter. But, you know, let's say that a quasar is probably more dangerous than just a non-rotating, dormant black hole that's not doing anything at all. But a black hole is dangerous nonetheless. And, you know, you can observe them from a distance and not worry about anything other than maybe time dilation like they demonstrated in Interstellar. But, I mean, whatever, time dilation in this game is not going to really matter. They're not going to damage you for time dilation. That's not what happens. But, I mean, getting so close to a black hole, there should be risk of some type of danger, and there is none in Elite. I mean, obviously, the reason why they didn't put it is because you would just die. It's not like getting close to a star where you have a chance to escape overheating. Yeah. Well, no.
Warning, taking damage. No, it's not going to be like that.
No, you just die.
Warning, your legs are gone. They're over there.
it's that. I guess that's the reason why they didn't
see them a mile ahead of you. Your legs.
You are now spaghettified. That's the only reason that I could think that they didn't do it, obviously, because, like, oh, oops, you crossed the event horizon, you're dead. That makes for very, very poor gameplay experience. Because you know there's going to be a lot of commanders going, oh, black hole, let's fly over there and take a look. Oh, I'm dead. Darn. What is this? These look like... water worlds or high metal content worlds. It's hard to tell. I don't have my game sounds on. Might have to go check those out. Yeah, don't have them on right now. But I'm going to this planet right over here because it's orbiting a little one, and that one there. I'm gonna check these ones out.
Yeah, difficult to tell with those. The outermost one could be an ammonia world, I suppose. Sometimes they have nasty atmospheres.
Well, I'm going to look for surface features. I'm very determined to find more surface features.
Yeah, and test out your equatorial theory.
Magnetar. What are they talking about magnetars in here? We find a magnetar? No, I don't think. You know, there is. I think there is a magnetar that has been discovered. It's in the. It's one of the Sky catalogs. Like real life, I mean. And I think it's actually in Elite Dangerous as well. It's part of the HIP classification or catalogs. But I think it's just a regular neutron star in the game, if I'm not mistaken. Magnetar would be very cool, though. I'd love to see... I want to see more variation. It's great that we finally have a bit more variety in the stars with neutron stars and the white dwarfs, and we got to see in the last live stream how that variety actually plays out with the neutron stars, because we saw one that I had never seen before and was spinning like crazy and had a very wide beam, and you could even clearly see the magnetic the torus type shape that it made as I went and flew around it, which was amazing. We don't know, maybe there's other neutron stars with even larger plasma jets. Curious to see. We'll, gonna keep exploring and looking for more and hopefully find some. But magnetars, love to see that. Love to see proper pulsars in the game as well. Because these these neutron stars that we see have jets shooting out that spin and shoot out and rotate along their the plasma jet's axis, but a pulsar or even a millisecond pulsar would literally be rotating, and the jets themselves would be rotating like a lighthouse beacon, and they would be going very fast. Unfortunately, we don't see that quite here. They just kind of spiral. So hopefully we'll see a bit more variation in the...
Your ship would probably warn you before jumping in. Warning. The system you're about to jump into may cause photosensitive epilepsy.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll not go there then.
Yeah, right? And or death. And or death. That's always good to add that disclaimer in there, you know, and or death. You know, because anytime death is involved, you might choose not to jump to the system. And that would be a very interesting part of...
Press joystick button 10 to abort death. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Shay Les is also saying discs around black holes would be awesome. Yes, absolutely.
It would, yeah, accretion discs.
Yeah, the accretion disk would be amazing. And I think that's another thing that they would like to add in. Although, again, how do you make that a functional aspect of the game? Because you can't fly your ship into an accretion disk. It's not like the disk around this planet, for example. This is asteroids. This is rocks or ice or metallic pieces, or even gas. Mixed in there, a little bit of spare gas particles floating around. But the accretion disk around a black hole is nothing like that. I mean, the accretion disk around a black hole is matter that is traveling so fast, I mean, almost at the speed of light, that it's superheated to like temperatures like the surface of the sun. You can't just fly into it with your ship. Not to mention, did I say that it's moving fast? Did I say it's moving like near the speed of light? So like that part would also probably kill you because of the immense radiation that it would be giving off, X-rays and gamma rays and all other kinds of rays that you don't want your weak, fleshy, biological self to be absorbing. And of course we assume that our ships are shielded in some way against that. So, we would hope that we wouldn't just die from it, because there is a lot of cosmic rays in space that could cause cancers and all kinds of other problems with us, but that's not in the game, so, obviously they're not going to put that in. But, I mean, the functional part of these disks around a black hole would just be to look at them and give them another visual feature like the neutron stars. Could you fly into it and supercharge your FSD? Maybe. Would you want to? Maybe. I don't know. I suppose anything's possible. No volcanism. Nothing. Let's go on to the next planet. Yeah, we'll find another one. Let's go to the big one here and check out its little moons. Just put one of those neutrons in the just put one of those neutrons in the bro bar. Let's take a look at the bro bar. What's going on there, Turgeon? A big one. Okay, let's take a look.
Oh,
ooh, yeah, that's very, very similar to the one that we saw.
oh, that is funky.
Very similar to the one that we saw the other day.
I'll paste it in there.
Well, here, you know what I can
If they
do,
want.
actually? I have...
Oh, you can, yes.
I can show the one that I saw the other day.
Yeah,
I have it right here. Give me 1 sec. I'll pull up the video for it and put it on the screen. I think it's this one right here.
I assume he means the
Here,
recording
here
doing
is talking.
video.
Oh, like the little
well,
notification
I
on
would-
mute. There we go. Okay. Yeah, here it is. I can show this video right here, or this one. Let's see, is this one gonna go around? We'll show this one. Okay. So I already have this programmed in. It is full screen monitor capture. There it is. So here, this is the neutron star that we saw the other day. Now I'm actually quite a ways away from it here. This one is the one that tried to kill me when I jumped in, because I jumped in and ended up right inside it. But watch this. As it gets to this face-on view, you could see just for a second there in certain positions how the magnetic fields were forming there. It makes that sort of torus shape. And this is one of those very large ones, just like the one that was just posted in the bro bar. And you can also see how fast it's spinning. This one was spinning 1,000,000 miles an hour. It was really cool. So this is what we saw just a couple days ago on Joy of Exploration Part 6, I believe it was. Part 6 or Part 5? I don't remember.
I think it was the last one, yeah. Well, you can see the gravity distortion there.
Yep.
Heading past it as well. That's
and
cool.
you can, yeah, that's right. You can see as the right in the center there, right here, as it distorts space-time around it because it's so dense. Anyhow, that's what we saw the other day.
That's how a bit before they had their lovely graphic effect, that's how to navigate by them when I jumped into a system, because as you were jumping in, you could see a slight gravity distortion, so you'd know which side of the ship the neutron's going to be on, so you just immediately turn away from it, so you're not going to be smacking into it.
Yeah,
but don't need to now, because they've got these flashlights on them.
And
so you can
they drop you in a little further away from them, it seems, as well. Because before, if you dropped
it's always
in
about 0.25 light seconds it always dumped you in at.
I guess it was, but now they let you get a bit closer. I think that's what it is. You can get a bit closer now, because before, if you dropped in on the neutron star, you were roughly the same distance, but the second you even started getting close to it, you would almost instantly drop out of supercruise.
Yeah.
So it's a little change now. Let's scan a few of these moons and see what we got for surface features here. Or if we have any surface features. Actually, wait. I can check the size of the moons first. Because I'm only going to go if they're small ones. 895. Meh. Not worth it. I do want to go and scan these, but this could actually take a while, and because we're kind of near the end of the live stream, that's 20,000 light seconds away. God, I wish I could tell if...
They do just look like HMCs.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they are. And I think the reason why they look like they're water worlds is because...
The outermost one could be an ammonia world.
No.
I wouldn't put money on it, though.
No, it's not. These are all HMCs. This is a good system to scan, mind you. I mean, the only problem is I can't tell... 51... I can't tell how far these are from the star. What is that? That's an M star, right? So these wouldn't be too far. You know, it's worthwhile to go and scan. You know what? I think maybe that's what I'm going to do. I'll do the flight over there. I could read the chat while I'm flying out the 20,000 light seconds, because it's not going to take that long to fly out there. And that's valuable. Like, as an explorer, when you want to make money as an explorer, these are the type of systems that you have to scan. We can't tell from this distance just how far apart those are, but what's nice about approaching a secondary, like the second star in a system like this, is that as you come in, and here's some tips for people that are getting into exploration who want to actually make some money. You turn on your orbit lines, okay? And as you approach this second star, because we're approaching from a good distance, we'll be able to see all the planets in their orbits as we're getting close. And as I get a little closer, I'll show you what the trick is, but you want to kind of place yourself in a position that you'll be able to kind of fly towards the star from whatever angle has the most planets along the same line, so you can scan as many as you can squeeze in without having to travel much, because traveling between the planets it takes time, and the more time you spend, the less money you're going to make, the less systems you're going to be able to jump to, the less new objects you're going to be able to find. So if you want to do this efficiently, and you're like me and you do like to scan when you see like 8 high metal content planets all next to each other, and potentially habitable ones as well, I mean, a lot of those could be terraformable, which are worth even more money, then it's definitely worthwhile to go check these out. 20,000 light seconds isn't even that much. It's only going to take me a couple minutes to fly there. And, you know, from this system, I'll probably make like 200,000 credits. So, yep, definitely worthwhile. Joshua Ruska says, Commander Hawkins, I'd like to thank you for using your precious time to offer us commanders a short time of respite in this ever-hostile galaxy. Well, you're very welcome, Joshua Ruskoff, and it is my pleasure. The galactic core has some very intense radiation, so if your commander... Oops, this chat just scrolled up. If your commander drops dead, you'll know why. Yeah, that's very true. The galactic core is just, like, not hospitable to biological life.
Anything,
as
really.
we know it. Yeah.
If you're organic, stay away from the core.
Yep. Very bad place to be if you like not having all kinds of cancers. Because that's really, I mean, that's what would happen. You know, if you spend any extended period of time in the galactic core as a human, you would basically just get all kinds of cancers. You know, these cosmic rays are flying through your body all the time. And they're flying through your body right now, too. You know, as you sit here watching this stream, you have all kinds of cosmic rays going through. You have neutrinos passing through you. You have cosmic rays coming from the sun passing through you. And they just fly right through your body, and every so often you get a collision. It's very rare. It's very unlikely. I mean, neutrinos can pass through the entire planet without touching a single thing. This is how tiny and how little mass they actually have. But when a collision occurs, that's when you can get a change. That's when something gets messed up, basically. So here, as we approach this system, we can see the alignment of the planets. We'll have to get a little closer. I don't know why it does this sometimes, where it only shows you a few of the orbital lines. I see that one planet is off there by itself, and it looks to me like several of them are grouped together right around there, so that looks like a good place to jump into the system. I can scan like 1, 2, 3 planets that are all in close proximity, and then there's a fourth one over there and another one way over there. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to come in right over here, scan these planets down, and make a little bit of money. And then after I finish scanning the system, I think we'll call the live stream or bring the live stream to an end and resume. Let's see, what are we today? Wednesday? Tomorrow I won't be on. Friday I have a friend coming over. Actually, I might play a little bit tomorrow. I don't think I'll be live streaming. But Saturday evening I'll be back on, and then Sunday for the broadcast. So plenty more gameplay to be had. Throw them out the airlock. Who's saying goodnight? Oh, there we go. Trelathon, Storm Rage. Great show, Commander Josh. I'll have to watch rest later. Night, y'all. Hey, thanks for joining in there, Trelathon. Storm Rage, very much appreciated. And thanks for joining in the chat as well. It's always nice to have everyone chatting. You know, it's what makes this fun. There we go. Scan our first set of planets in this system, see what we've got. If we see terraformable, we're very happy, because they're definitely worth a lot more. Sadly, I cannot do so since I monitor my passengers that are on my precious beluga. Oh, you've got the beluga already, don't you, Joshua Ruskoff? You lucky bugger. That's going to be a fun ship for taking to the core. You can squeeze a lot of passengers on there.
Terrible heat management, though. You have to work hard on them.
Really?
Oh yeah. 2 or 3 boosts and you start getting heat damage. Terrible thing.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Well, you know, it's because they need all the power to keep the passenger cabins going, so they don't have any left for any systems.
Sense. Yeah, I guess that
it does. It
makes
kind of
sense.
makes sense. It's annoying, but it makes sense. They might tweak it in the future, or they're just going to rely on you going down the engineers.
Very true. You know what? I always do this. I bring myself a glass of water, and then I talk for 2 hours and not take a single sip, and then wonder why my throat's burning after 2 hours of talking. It's like, oh, why is my throat hurting so much? It's because I'm not getting any liquid in my body. Oh, look. So that was a water world after all.
Oh, good.
That's great. Let's see. Is it
So one of them was cool.
Is it a terraformable water world? Nope, just a terrestrial. But that means that this one could also very likely be a water world as well.
If it's next door to a water world, it could be a terraform. They're worth a fair chunk. Sometimes more than the water worlds.
Yeah, 2 water worlds. It's always a good thing. I'll take water worlds. Those are also worth a bit. When I first started exploring, I was like scanning every single planet.
Sweet. We all do.
Every single one.
Yeah.
Look back at
you
my
can tell when you're
captain's
getting back home near the bubble, because you come into a system and everything's got the same commander's name on it, and you think, yeah, that was a newbie explorer.
Yeah, once
Because
upon a
once you've been out of
time.
the map, you just don't do it.
No,
we've all
not
done
so
it.
much.
Yeah.
I mean, I still go out of my way to scan water worlds and Earth lakes
Always,
and ammonia
yeah.
worlds, and I will go quite a ways out of my way. I mean, unless I'm live streaming, I don't want to spend a 10-minute trip just to scan one water world. Although it's not to say I haven't done that on a live stream before.
Yeah,
Like,
I'll
oh,
go
water
20,
world.
20 or 30 like seconds I'll go. 1,000.
I did one the other day. It was a
Yeah.
350,000 light second. Oh, there's another
Well,
water world.
if
as
it's an
well.
Earth-like, if I'm pretty sure it's an Earth-like, I will go that far for that, but not for anything else.
Not for anything else, no. Okay, so that was another water world. That's good. Let's see if that one was terraformable or not. My mission, by the way, was to scan as many habitable planets as I could. No, that one is not. Another non-terraformable one. Well, we don't care so much about these. The HMCs I'll grab. And then the very last one I'm going to go to is that one with the little moon right next to the star. And we'll see if there's any volcanic activity, and that'll be the end of the stream. Hopefully we'll find something there. Unfortunately, another stream with no geysers, but we found them on the last one, and like I was saying, you know, it's cool when you find them, but it wouldn't be as cool if you found them all the time. So I would just really like to see more tools added in for explorers to be able to locate them without having to spend 20 hours looking. You know, because before I found those ones, I had spent a considerable amount of time looking for surface features, and I almost felt like Frontier was just screwing me over. Like, we pressed the off button for him. No surface features for Commander Josh Hawkins. And other people in the chat were saying, you know, 20 hours looking for them, not finding anything, and that seems to be quite common. It seems to be quite the common theme with surface features in the game. And I don't think it should be that hard to find them. I think you should be able to find them if you spend even 1 or 2 hours looking is already too much. But if they gave us tools that would help us find them, and then they made them rarer, I'm game for that. I'm totally game for that. You know, give me more
Thermal
tools.
scanners.
Thermal
And
scanners.
they've made this game all about the heat with your silent run. Why can't they extend that to the...
I don't know.
Yeah, we want that.
It's questionable why we can't. More tools for explorers. That's what we need. So here, let's go take a look at this.
I'd settle for a detailed surface scanner that didn't take 30 seconds to... I'll do.
Yeah.
15 seconds is far too long, but I'd take it rather than the 30 it does now.
Well, my theory, Turgeon, is that when they add in multi-crew, what we're going to see is we're going to see more scanning. There's going to be, they have to use, they have to add more exploration tools in for multi-crew. No volcanism, of course not. Well, let's see, did I get this one? This is the last one I'm going to go scan right over here. And then that's it. Calling it a night. They have to, you know, because if multi-crew is just...
Yeah, what's the point having it if it doesn't have little incentives and rewards like that?
Well, you can't just have multi-crew for ship launch fighters. It can't just be ship launch fighters and galaxy map. That's not going to be fun. People are not going to accept that. They're going to be like, well, whoop-de-doo. So, great. I go out exploring. I don't even have a ship launch fighter because I'm in an ASP and I have a second seat. And what's the other commander doing? Mapping. What, with third-party tools? There's no gameplay in that, you know? There's nothing. Stare at the galaxy map. I don't need to stare at the galaxy map when we're in the core. Maybe if you're jumping on the outer fringes of the galaxy and you need to have someone mapping so that you can really efficiently do your course plotting, sure. That would be useful. But you're not going to be on the outer edges of the galaxy all the time. You know? You might be there for parts of the time. Most of the time, you're in a place where you could just plot a route and then jump, you know?
Yeah, pretty much.
We need to see some mini-games. We need to see some little meta-games within the game that the multi-crew would be able to do. None of these are terraformable. Oh, yeah, well, this one's a terraforming candidate. There we go. High metal.
Catching!
Yeah. Terrestrial water world. That was water world. Did I have Commander's log open? I must have. No, I didn't open it up because I'm an idiot. Oh, well. Sometimes I amaze even myself. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is the end of the live stream. We'll bring this to a wrap. I'm going to just bring my chat up here, read the last few comments, see if there's anything that I can quickly answer or reply to in the chat. Sue Rat saying, I scan the entire system if I find an Earth-like world. Yep, so you can claim that whole system for yourself. No, don't let anyone else
I've
have
done
the
that once
credit.
or twice, but yeah.
Just got cut off by a beluga coming into dock. Yeah, that's getting cut off, right? I mean, that's like fully cut off. That is the definition of cut off when a beluga flies in front of you. The railwinders have not gotten a taste of my beluga yet, thankfully. Those railwinders are a vicious pack creature. Yes, they really are. Seen experienced commanders fall prey to them in combat-fitted vessels. Well, we had some fun taking out large groups of NPCs when we were live streaming that one time doing Combat Turgeon. We took out, what was it, 5 clippers?
Okay, it was ridiculous, that was.
Remember that? That was...
Yeah, the wing of 5 clippers.
A wing of 5 clippers, and it was you, me, and Greytest? Was it Greytest that was with us?
Yeah, it could well have been.
Might have been.
Was it you, Gray? I can't remember.
Is Gray still in here? I haven't seen him chat in a while. Oh,
yeah,
there he is. Yeah, I think it might have been Greytest. But yeah, me, Turgeon, and one other person took on a wing of 5 clippers. It was it was fun. White Buffalo out. And if you have time to check out the bar for my cool-looking death, there's a bug per support. They got me back. All right, well, Rodney, thanks for joining in, man, and hope you do get your data back at least. Crew members could optimize ship systems while in combat or in an attempt to extend jump range. Yeah, that's a possibility, but I mean, again, that's very minimal. It's very minor tasks. They would have to expand on the whole power management system in the game to make it, you know, like that you'd actually need someone else to do it. I could flick my thumb on my HOTAS on that little hat button and change it. I have commands to set my my power to a certain particular setting if I wanted it to, you know? So I don't really need someone else to do that, but if they added some other, like, more efficient tweaking, then maybe, yeah. Spectrographic results, yeah, if you have, like, a spectrograph, that'd be really cool for planet scanning and star scanning. X-Men says he doesn't like the term mini-game for anything for multi-crew. Why should one
Commander.
Commandre.
Commander.
Get a full game and not the other. Fair enough.
Yeah. I think what you'll be looking at is shoving people in gun turrets, mostly, because...
Yeah. It sucks, though. I don't want to see that. I want to see more.
Yeah.
Simon Rigby says, good show, Josh, good show. Yeah, thank you very much, Simon. You're very welcome, and B.N. Hutch as well. You're very welcome, Down to Master. Greytest says, no, you should scan the important stuff and leave the rest for other commanders to put their names on it. That's much cooler.
That's what I do, actually.
So we can share.
I just go cherry pick the shiny and then move on. One of my favourite things is jumping into a system that's already got 3 or 4 names in it, because then I'll just go and scan the first untagged body and then just leave.
Well, Commander Hawkins, thank you for your wonderful broadcast. I will now retire to my cabin to rest for another day of passenger missions. Good night, Commander. Thank you for joining, Joshua Ruskoff. Commander Malik, I used to only scan systems that looked interesting. Yeah, that's another way to do it. You know, scan the ones that you like, right? Nobody's criticizing if you don't. Nobody even know if you were in the other ones. Brent Wolf says, science modules.
I ninja through systems and don't scan them most of the time. Just hit the advert.
Exactly.
So you wouldn't know I'd been there to most of them.
No. Science modules with submodules for different scanners have a credit bonus for the different data when turning in the exploration data in port. That's a very interesting idea. Submodules for scanners. Well, that's maybe we'll see more of those like engineer mods, but for scanning systems as well. So like you can engineer your scanners to be more specific, and then of course they'd have to kind of add more. They need another exploration ship, not the Anaconda. They need a large exploration-focused vessel, something very exploration-focused, so you could have multiple scanners or probes or whatever it is that they add in. There's all your links. Okay, great. Yep. Thanks for streaming from the void into the void again. Josh, fly safe all from which space? You too, which space? Great as always, too. Thanks, Josh. No problem, X-Men. Joshua Westbrook.
Yeah. Commander Malik there says, I always scan the main star when I'm fuel scooping. You know, I never scan the main star when I'm fuel scooping.
Every single time.
I just routinely just skirt round stars. I never actually point directly at them to scan, unless it's the last one on my route, you know, and I have to plot another route. Then I'll scan it. But normally I just scoop around. If I've been to a system, you'll probably notice if I've been to a system, because the main star's not scanned, but if there's little potato worlds about 7 light seconds out, I'll scan 1 or 2 of them.
Yep. Well,
that's how I do systems. I never scan the star. So if you see my name on a little planet in a system, you know you can scan the star, because 9 times out of 10 I haven't scanned it.
Jason Gears is doing a passenger mission that's 35k. I'm assuming 35k light years one way.
Yeah, that's worth a few, Bob.
Yeah, it's got to be worth at least 75 million, I would guess.
Yeah, it will.
Oh, I always scan the main star while I'm fuel scooping. Yeah, that's what I used to do as well, Malik. It was point myself at the main star, scan, fuel scoop, get the whole system in there, take a look. Anything I wanted to go to, no, jump to the next system. Snap to Cover says, hey, everybody. Hey, Snap to Cover. You're coming in just at the end of the live stream, unfortunately, but hey, back to you. Got a trail of stars with their name on it all the way across. There's Greytest saying he's trailblazed his way across the galaxy and left his name, lifted his leg and marked his way across the galaxy. Buckyball all the way, Rodney. Sue Rat says, ship launch explorer ship for multi-crew. Interesting, yeah. Can't jump between systems, but can FSD within the same system as the ship. That would be very cool. 79 million.
That would speed up exploration, yeah.
79 million. Very nice.
79 mil, that's not bad. One way. Yeah.
And finally, I drop in and slow down when the scoop is going, select the star, check the system map. By the time it's out, by the time I'm out, it's finished. That's exactly what I do, Commander Malik. When I'm not doing live streaming, I do that. I actually have a command for Voice Attack to do that. It's called full scan, but I can't say it because she'll start to do it. So anyhow, I am going to go ahead and close the live stream down now, but this is the time when I ask everyone in the chat, and that's everyone, if you have a YouTube account, to put that little salute symbol that I just put in the chat in there so that I can rattle through the list of names as quickly as I can and say goodnight to all of you fine commanders for having joined us here this evening. Stephen Davis, Grey Test, Lucci, Coffee, the Sniper, Andy K. Surratt, Mark Gallen, Campagnaro, Brent Wolf, X-Man, 2008, Slander Strange, Commander Angus, Witch Space Owner the First, Commander Mars, Peter Belinsky, Rodney Peters, Xenochrist, Xenarchist, Commander Malik, Snap to Cover, Damonera, Jason Gears, Challenger 160, and Nettles, Ravenwood 253. I know there's some people that are kind of watching the stream a little bit backed up there. Licorice, Comfits. You know, it's like I know you guys so well now, at least the majority of you. I know all your names. That's really why I love doing these live streams, because, you know, we get to know the community so much better. And it's great seeing all you guys jump in and knowing who you are and being able to say hi to you and say goodbye to you. And if there's anything that I can do ever to make the live streams more entertaining and more fun for you, please let me know. I know that these live streams are just more exploration focused. We don't have any events. Please do keep in mind that we have the event coming up on the broadcast this Sunday. I've had some people bouncing ideas off me on how we can improve the instancing issues that we've had in the past. So we might take a look at that and see if hopefully we can make that a little easier for people to get in there. Sing an Adele song. Hello from the other side. I love Adele. Adele's amazing. So make sure that all you guys come back on Sunday. I hope to see you all there. Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time for the broadcast. We're going to do a mountain climb event, and this should be interesting. You're going to need Horizons. If you don't have it, you always have the option to go and buy it. I got to hook myself up with one of those affiliate accounts where I buy Horizons from this link, and that helps sponsor this live stream, because that's a kind of a cool way to do it. I don't have to ask people for money. Just buy Horizons by clicking this link. You'll benefit, and you're helping me out at the same time. Remind me to do that next time, guys. Be like, go get yourself an affiliate link. And I hope to see you guys all on Sunday, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time on the broadcast, where we'll be joined once again by Turgeon Starstone. Thanks for whoever that was that subbed. I totally missed the name, but thanks for subbing. By Turgeon.
I'm not shooting anyone today.
Not shooting anyone today, that's fine.
No, I'm just not shooting anyone.
Turgeon and Shibuka hopefully will be back on the broadcast, so we'll see you guys all then. And yeah, I guess that's all I gotta say.
That's it.
So thanks again for joining, and this is Commander Josh Hawkins signing off.